Even after being vegan about 5 years now, I continue to find reasons to maintain this dietary pattern and watch my health improve. So I'm going to be talking about exactly why I came to this decision to drastically change my diet and how it's impacted my life a little bit. I'll try not to make this video too long. So I'm Carly. For those of you who haven't seen my videos, I'm a plant-based nutritionist, and I try to come out with these videos once or twice a week. Just very basic plant-based nutrition information and recipes and helpful tips and those sorts of things. So please subscribe if you're interested in those. My major reason for becoming vegan was my diagnosis with celiac disease. And it wasn't right away. It took me about 5 years on the prescribed gluten-free diet that's necessary for those with celiac to realize that I was never going to repair and recover my health the way that I needed to with just removing gluten from my diet. I was still consuming a lot of processed foods. When you get diagnosed with something that enables you to eat your normal, your go-tos, things you've been familiar with your whole life, your pastas, your breads, gluten's in everything. It's not just the obvious. It's a filler. It enhances texture and mass and flavor, and it's a sort of preservative, and it acts as a gelatinous glue almost that holds foods together. Like if you ever had a gluten-free cookie, it just crumbles as you try to put it in your mouth. It's really gross. I mean, it's come a long way, don't get me wrong. They've come a long way with gluten-free foods since I was first diagnosed a decade ago. But so on that note, just removing the gluten-free foods was not getting me back to a stable point in my health. I was still in a lot of pain. I was still on a lot of medications. I was still very unhappy. I was applying for disability. It was very difficult for me to work and take care of myself. So I started doing a lot of my own research. I wasn't getting a lot of help from my doctor, who also has celiac disease, surprisingly enough, and my dietitian. They gave me horrible dietary advice. So I started reading books like The China Study by T. Colin Campbell, which explains the role that animal protein plays on cancer promotion and other like digestive disorders. So I gave it a try. I took out all dairy, all meat and animal foods, and I saw a huge improvement in my health. But you can't stop there. Like, that's the biggest caveat with a vegan diet. Yes, you are removing all of the animal foods that we have come to rely on in our society, in any developed westernized society, as your staple. You know, it's the center of your plate. It's all you know, really, and how to go about planning a meal. It's always, okay, do I want fish, chicken, eggs, beef, lobster, whatever. You always start with that component and then move out from there. You have to totally change your mindset when you start eating vegan, because it's not just about the ethical and environmental benefits of eating this dietary pattern, but it's also important to make sure you're replenishing your body with the proper nutrition in order to thrive or heal and then thrive, is in my case, and many people's instances that take on this dietary pattern is typically due to some form of health ailment. Finally arriving at this whole food plant-based diet is by far the best thing that's ever happened to me, and it's allowed me to continue aspiring towards my personal goals, my academic goals, my building a family. It's brought me to a place in my life where I've always dreamt I would be, but thought was never capable after coming down with a very severe autoimmune disease. So that's why I went vegan. and I hope you consider watching my other videos on reasons for becoming vegan and how to go about doing that, because it is not an individualized situation. Anybody who eats more plants is going to benefit on a global basis. So I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you next time.